Hello guys and welcome. How are we all doing? Thank you for joining us again on another stream of City Skylines. So if you haven't been watching the last few streams I've been doing, we are working on a new series which is all about the rural UK. So that's going to be a combination of lots of small towns and villages and a huge amount of farmlands. So we are pretty much just practicing and trying out some techniques to try and create some realistic looking farms, and this is where we are so far. We've just literally done this one segment, which is, you know, only a small amount of the overall farm area, but it's a start, and we've used a few different sort of techniques to see what we can do and what's possible in the game, and try to make it more realistic rather than a sort of boxy farm look that is mostly used in this game. I want to show off that you can do more realistic looking farms, and when I say more realistic I mean bizarre shapes. Not very often do you get farmlands that are perfectly box square, unless it's made that way or it just happens to fall that way. A lot of the time the farmland is separated by hedges in very strange and acute angles, so that's what we're trying to achieve here today. So before we get into it, as we always do guys, in the chat box let me know where you're all from today. Hey Corey, hey Jazza, and everyone else who has joined in the meantime. Let me know where you're from. It's always useful to understand where you're from, and if anyone's from the UK, particularly from the UK, let me know your thoughts on what this resembles in terms of your opinion. Is this a UK looking farmland? What do we need to do? What's missing? Let me know your thoughts. Hey Mac Welshman, welcome. Okay, so I'm thinking we start off in this corner here. We need to think of what we can put, what farmland to put in this corner first. So we've obviously got a foresty area here. Probably gonna be some more sort of barren land area maybe. I just want to try and recreate the sort of different looks and styles that we can get out of these farmlands. And let's have a look at our little palette over here. Hello Rick 4000, the two UK asset creators are in the chat today. Mac Welshman and Rick 4000, welcome. David, good day from Australia. Corey from USA. Jamie from New Zealand, trying to get to sleep. Well, don't blame me if I keep you up. Romania, okay. Most of the farmlands are quite boxy. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay, so let's see what other textures we've got. So we've already done this one. We got some of this, I think. Do we put some of those down? Yeah, we put some of those bits down. We could go for this type of one next, which is going to be beard monkey, I think. We also got some extra props as well. So you've got a wheelbarrow now. We can throw a few of those down just to add to the realism. Okay, so where is... Or maybe it's not by Mac Welshman. No, it's not Mac Welshman, sorry. Maybe it's not by Beard Monkey. Maybe it is... It's all ended grids for farms. Okay, well maybe it's more of a... Well, yeah. I'm guessing the UK is a little bit different then. But we can obviously combine both variants into this to show the examples are possible. Alright, where is... I'm guessing it's under decals. So it's this one. So the question is, can we do PO of it? Yes, we can. So that is perfect because the fact we can do PO means that we can make some unusual looking shapes and it's not going to all look the same. So let's do some strange shapes here then. So I'm going to follow this road actually, make it a little bit more different. So we're going to do this Going to copy and we're going to paste it. So we're just going to do a few lines of this first. I'm hoping we don't get any flicker in here from the overlaps. We'll copy that. So this is where we're going to make things look a little bit more interesting. I'm going to copy that section. And then we're going to paste it down. We're going to try and get this bend to work here now as well. So we're going to grab that there. We're then going to move this one because it's not right on the edge to about there. So what we're going to do here is we're going to edit this part in procedure objects. We're going to try and make the curve of this area here. So we're going to go to about there. And then this segment here, we're going to move across and try and create a bit more of a curve. Like that. And also I'm going to try and be a little bit clever here. And we're going to curve this area around as well. So I want to make some unusual looking shapes. That's the idea of doing this. Because I don't want to make things look all the same shapes because it's not like that in the UK. So I'm going to try and recreate that as best we can. So if we do that, come up procedural objects. Will this series ever be a YouTube video? Yes, it will, likewise, gamer. Eventually it will be. And I think what I want to do here is also do another strange bit in this corner. So I'm going to copy this, going to paste it, and going to put it here to start with. We're going to then go to edit. We're going to grab these nodes. We're going to pull it right up to that corner. I'm going to grab these two and we're going to grab these right up to this corner. To about there. And then, yep, you guessed it, we're going to do it again. I'm going to copy this. And we're going to paste it there. We're then going to edit again. And again, bring these nodes right up out of this area to about there. So you can see we're already getting some very strange looking shapes, which is what we're going for here. Next job, we are going to go to the hedges, or hedge as it's called. We're going to grab these ones, the large ones of these. I'm going to go prop line tool, drop that right down. And then we're just going to go around this shape we've created. I'm going to leave a little gap as well because there is going to be a run around, well, a dirt sort of run around the outskirts as well. Because this corn wouldn't be right up to the edge. It's not often like that. And the same with this bit as well. It'd be cool to have somewhere around the edge of the farmland 2 benches with a table under the tree cover so farmers can have a quick snack before going back to work. That's a good idea. Can certainly look at doing something like that. So these here are probably a little bit too close. Let's grab these two and move these back a tiny bit. Could even go, let's go to about there. That's a good amount. And can you see here that this part here is actually going over due to the angle? So what we need to do now, we need to go back to procedural objects, click on that particular one, go edit. We want to click on that node, and then basically we want to raise it down as much as we can before it needs to come across. So basically we actually just page down in on these ones because that's just going to hide the fact that when you go across here that you can still see these bits. So about there. It's a great idea. I need to download PO finally and do this for the rice fields in my project. Yeah, the PO does work really nicely. You just got to be a bit careful with the decals because you can see it does sometimes cause a little bit of an issue when you're using them. But it's an interesting way to do it. And now to make it look even better, we're going to go to our brush and put all the dirt underneath it. And you can see that it actually comes through some of the decals themselves, which is really nice. So that one's got a little bit of an overlap here as well. So we go back to PO. We should be able to remove that by going on this node and bringing it down. To about there. And there you go. It almost pretty much disappears unless you're looking directly flat on it. Obviously the way these are designed, we can't clear it all. When is Monaco returning? Monaco will be returning once the update is done for the game because there's been, obviously the new update comes out tomorrow and I want to make sure that all the mods are working before I jump back into it because otherwise it could break the game and I could lose that save. So Monaco will probably return in a week or two's time for another episode. Yeah, but I don't want to risk it until the updates are all done. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of a... What can we do here? I suppose this could be a way onto the field, couldn't it? So that's the annoying thing. Sometimes the decals do go a bit funny, but we can live with that. Okay, so what can we get done next? So there's some more unique sort of shapes as well. In fact, what I might do, let's do another farmland. Let's do some of the dirt ones. What else have we got? We got some mud. What's this? This is... I'm not too sure what that is. We've done one similar set already. What else could we do? We've already done some of that. We could always do another little bit of this over here. Let's do some of this. This is quite a nice colour from up above as well, which obviously lends to the look of the area. Let's go back to, where is it, that one? Go to convert to PO. Pop that there, go and edit this bit, bring these nodes in. Lower that one down. And something like that. Okay, let's go back to it again. Copy, paste, fill in this gap. And then edit it again. Like that. And I think we'll put some little random bit of grassy field here perhaps. Let's find some grass. Which one should we go for? Let's find one which looks a little bit nicer. Meadow grass. Could have an overgrowny bit here, couldn't we? What's this? This is medium, that's a small piece. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just make things a little bit different. Big overgrown grassy bit here. Something different from the above view then, isn't it? And then we can put some small little bushes around this bit. What are you building on the other side of the road? I'm going to do some more farms. More farmland, I think. It's a tiny bush. Is that going to be too small? I think it probably is. Regular bush. We can probably get away with that one. Prop lines all around. Same sort of look, isn't it? We'll get a few of the trees in around here as well. Because sometimes these bushes aren't all just little hedges, they do sometimes have some trees in there as well, so it just adds a little bit of character in there as well then. Especially on the main road, you tend to see a bit more sort of trees around this area. Do a large one there as well. Just creates a little bit of atmosphere then. Will you build a small village with bakeries and all that jazz and the grain? Yes, definitely. Likewise, yes, that's the plan. Sort of more villagey areas rather than town. It's obviously not going to be cities. It's going to be small, little ones. Okay, so that's not looking too bad now. Now we could. Let's put down the dirt anyway first. Do you guys have vineyards over in the UK? Someone should create one so you can lay them out in the rows. I'm not sure. I don't believe so. Right, which other do we have? Some we can put some dirt bits at the end here. If we go to farm decals again, I'm thinking rather than keep using the same dirt texture, we could find one of these that looks half decent. Maybe see, it's a bit, that looks like it's dried out, doesn't it, this one? We could go for this, the opposite direction. Do a very thin side of it then. That might work. Let's go convert to PO. Plop that down, go edit, take these nodes, bring them in. Oh, wrong way. Bring them into about here. It's actually an annoying thing, isn't it, when it changes these? See, from this angle that looks fine. But then when we look at this angle it goes a bit funny. So maybe if we grab these instead, does that help? No. It's not working at that angle for some reason. So I'm just going to delete it, and we're just going to do it normally. We'll just cover up with bushes in the corner. Let's go 1, 2, 3 in that corner. Go like that. There's no reason why we can't cut back some of these trees actually. Okay, that got rid of that as well. Let's go to move it. Let's just select the trees. Interesting. Trees. And then we can just move this back a little bit. I don't mind a little bit overhanging. Like that. So then if we finish off the rest of the colour, you'll see it actually comes through some of these decals as well, which is quite handy. So that one's overlapping. Let's see if we can resolve that one. Hey Mads. So what node is doing that? That one. Okay, cool. So that one's pretty much fixed. That's fine. I think we're going to carry this on to the end here. And I want to make a different shape here as well. So go to about there. Then we're going to procedural object it. Go PO. And I want to... How can we do this? Try this. To about there. Okay, so let's put down the dirt again. Will you change the thumbnail to a more recent photo? I have done on Twitter. I didn't actually get around to doing it on the actual YouTube bit. I thought that if people go look at the video, they'll be able to see it anyway. We could update it at some point. So what I'd like to do here is kind of continue this tree line into some of these areas here. So it's almost like the forest has taken over this little area here. And across here as well. So that's basically what we're going to fill in. So let's grab the trees that we were using up here. The same one. Like that. Hey David, is there an area of basically like... Yes, there is. Yes. We are basing this on the Isle of Wight. Which, if you're... I'm sure you're aware, is the south side of the United Kingdom. So we've already got the map created. The road network's already laid down. We are now just testing out the farmlands and seeing what we can do with it. Because obviously this area is a very rural UK area as opposed to a lot of other places in the UK. So we're just seeing what's possible with the farms and what we can make look realistic, really. That's the goal and the plan at the moment. But no, by all means, ask away. Ask whatever questions you have. I'm more than happy to repeat myself if it means people know what we're doing. Well, that's weird, isn't it? Why have our trees decided to float in the air? Let's see if we can fix that. Let's go onto here. Let's highlight all the trees. Let's go here. Drop them down. There we go. That's more realistic, isn't it? I wonder why it's done that. Okay, so that looks a bit better. Hey, Master Disaster, welcome. Okay. So I'm guessing these trees would also carry on across here as well. So we'll do that. Let's find these clusters again. Avatar trees. I don't know what happened to those. They decided to go a little bit crazy, didn't they? They seem to be alright this time round. So we got those. We also then want to go for the bushes. Just to fill out this area. UK road project set. What do you mean, Master? If you're asking if we're using the UK roads, which have been recently revamped and relaunched by Mac Welshman, yes, we certainly are. Okay, so that's that. And we've got another little field here we can now do as well. Let's try and box this across a little bit better here. The roads. Yes, they're all the UK new maps here. Sorry, the UK revived assets on the workshop. Now I think we're just going to make this into sort of a horses field right on this corner. So we're going to go to fence, we go to network structured fences, and we're going to pick up the, not the park fence, where is it, this one I think, farm fence. Here we go. So we're just basically just going to fill this area in. Let's, before we mess up That's okay, actually. We'll do that. Do that. And we'll do that. And then here. Right up to this corner. Had a go at them. They are nice motorway, look awesome. Just having trouble making a realistic motorway merge like the M1 and A1 merge in Yorkshire. I've not actually tried to use them yet, to be honest. But I think that would depend on any road, really, wouldn't it? Hey, Tilo. Wow, thanks, man. It's slowly getting there. I'm just trying to create some realistic farms because I don't think there is really many realistic farm projects out there. So yeah, we're just trying to see what's possible in the game, which is quite fun actually. I'm enjoying this. Okay, so let's make this into a horses field. And as I said, anyone who has any knowledge or ideas of what we can do for this, do let me know. I'm not going to bite your head off if you say something I don't like. Is he going to let me grab that node? There we go. I'll get there. Just too much hassle to use my PC as it's getting old. Yeah, you do need to have a good old kick-starting PC, don't you? But yeah, keep giving a go those motorway ideas because they'll be interesting to see. This is further down the line, but you guys are big on soccer and you have doing the farm series, maybe you can build a small local field. Yes, likewise, 100% that, definitely. So the area I'm building, like I say, is actually based on an island. So there's no professional football teams on this island, but I'm going to do a lot, like you say, of these sort of rural ones as well. Yeah, I think you're right, Mac, yeah. Do a little horse training thing in the field, some jumps, etc. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? We could try and do something like that. I'm almost wondering if we should do this. Okay, I've got an idea, guys. I've got an idea. Hopefully you like this idea. I'm going to make the farm field a little bit smaller. And we're going to do a little road up here with a little stable. And I think that'd work quite nicely then. Love the little driveway up to the farm. Cheers, Tilo. Yeah, we're just trying to make this whole area, you know, a little farmhouse area with little courtyards. We've got the barns here. We've got little vegetable patch there as well. Pub team, that's it, definitely. So yeah, let's see if we can get this idea to work. So let's go here. Let's find which dirt road did we use last time, because that worked quite nicely in terms of not leaving any messy lines. Not sure what it was. I don't think it was this one, but let's just put this down to start with. Let's turn collisions off. Oh, it was probably, might have been this one. Let's upgrade and see what else we've got. It's not going to be the cobble streets. I think Max are too clean for this area. We want this to be more of a dirt track, I think. Although that could work. Let's have a look. What else have we got? It's a normal road. We've got these, but obviously that's a bit too. I don't know. I've never liked those roads, to be fair. That's a little bit too much. There was one I found. I can't think what it was. Maybe it was that one? No. Maybe we'll go for this Max one then. We can mess it up, couldn't we, with a few decals. And obviously this already has the fence around it, which is perfect. Right, let's get some more music going, because that seems to have stopped. So yeah, what I'm thinking, guys, is we'll make this a little lane going down to where the what's it called? The farmhouse is. Well, not farmhouse, but the stables are. Right, where does that fence kickstart itself? About there. So if we've done that up to there, then that's in line. Move that across a little bit. Okay. So then what we will do is make one more line of road going this way. We'll then upgrade it to the one without the fence, so then that will open that up. We can then put it back over here. In fact, I think we will upgrade that to the one with nothing on. Is it that one? Yep. Okay, so that means now we've got rid of the fence blocking off the pathway, which is perfect. So you see that fence now finishes and stops. We can then grab the stable that we found the other day, which is this one. We can pin it up in this corner. And then we'll do a little courtyardy bit here where the horses will come in. And I think what we need to do here then is delete that. Go back to fence. Have we got network structures, farm fence? Let's bring this up to there. This one to there. Looks lovely. Cheers, man. So we'll do that, and then we'll find the farm gate. For me personally, this one always reminds me of a horses field. And then we'll do another one here to get into the area. Then we'll find a... Oh, I know actually, yes. Network structures. This one works out quite nicely actually. Alright, let's do that first. Let's go and go to the segment. Put that there. Not sure if this will screw up because it's going to be such a small segment, but let's have a look. Let's see if we can try and grab that. Good evening from Indonesia. Hello, Mr. Potato. I think you joined last night as well, didn't you? I think you popped by last night. Okay, so I need to get it so I can grab this. I'll just put that in there. It's not ideal, but it's better than what it was. Let's grab this back and put it there. Very nice that. Thanks, Master of Disaster. Very kind of you to say. What's the mod for making fences like roads and putting hedges down? Just trying to find it in case someone needs a fence. So these are all network structures now. So there's a way of doing these sort of things. So basically you've got to search in the workshop for the network structure based assets. But a lot of these have come from the recent DLCs. So Industries and the recent DLCs have actually added these as part of the standard downloads. You may even already have these. So I'd firstly have a look when you play your game next. Yeah, I did right before I went to sleep again. Well, at least you've caught things, well, caught the stream before you're falling asleep this time. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. And also thanks to everyone who recently joined the Discord channel as well. It's good having some more faces in there. Oh, you don't? Okay, well check anyway, because when I say the new DLCs, I also do mean the fact that when you get an update, some of the stuff is actually free with the update, so that might be in there. Have a check next time. Okay, so we've got a little farm field now, a little horses field. Not sure what we can use for horse jumps. We might leave that idea for now, but what I do want to do is have some sort of a dirty decal-y bit here, I think. So let's go to dirt. We could possibly put this down and then lower it into the ground to see what it looks like. Let's try that first. Is that going to be the best looking one? That's a bit too much. Let's try it. Let's put it down. Let's pick it back up. Let's go to decals. Put some hurdles. Have Industries just brought my first DLC yesterday. It took me some time to get around to buying it. The new DLC for the campus comes out tomorrow, doesn't it? Alright, so I'm going to do a little bit like that, I think. I still think that it should be concrete though. So we could do something like this. We can put the concrete down. We need to think of a way of getting around that. Guessing we can literally just, let's move this back. We'll find something to put over here for the concrete. Put some hurdles for horse jumps. Yeah, we could have it. We'll have a look at that. We'll see what else there is. But that's the thing with these textures. I mean, we could even put this texture here, and look, if we lower it right down, I'm not saying we're going to use it, but for example, we can lower it right down and get to that point where it just shows. And look, this looks like it's worn out grass. So I think we might actually just do that. We'll put a few of these bits around. So this looks like this area is being sort of worn out, moved around on quite a lot. It just gives a different atmosphere, a different look to the whole grass on this particular field. I got a Platinum Edition, got After Dark, Mass Transit and the Snow one for $13.99 plus the base game, which I already own. Cracking deal. Oh, definitely. And I think there's going to be another few deals coming out very shortly as well. Tomorrow, in fact, I think there's going to be some better deals with obviously the new DLC coming out. And I'm actually an affiliate to City Skylines, so if anyone is going to buy another update or a DLC, please use my code. I'll ping all this down at some point in the Discord. And yeah, if you are looking to buy the game, if you use my code, you help me out, help the stream out. And yeah, I mean, obviously, if I can generate any discounts in any way or free DLC packs, I'll obviously let everyone know. I like to look at this because it kind of looks like this area here is very dirty and muddy from obviously the number of times the horses have come across. Sweet credit card ready. Cheers, Master. Right, what I'm going to do, They sometimes have the what's it called? Let's try out the dirt bit here. We could just do something like this, can we? Just to cover that little patch up. Wanting green cities and industries. Okay, cool. Yeah, don't buy anything until tomorrow because I think there is going to be some sort of an update. Sorry, an offering, I think. But yeah, keep an eye out. Okay, so we've got the stables in. I think we should probably split the farm up as well. And I'm going to put a few trees in here as well, I think. Maybe parks, not too bad about University Campus 1. I've got plenty to micromanage on cities already. Well, you're still going to get some of the campus stuff anyway, aren't you? With the free updates that everyone gets DLC-wise. You're not going to get all the extra bonusy bits, but, you know, there's still bits there you can use. I think we're just going to do this along this outside. I've always liked it when like the bushes go through the fence. I'm not going to do it for all of it, but okay, so let's get a trough. Yeah, still good to get free stuff. Wonder how the school buses will be without the full DLC. I think the way things are made, it's still gonna. What's it called? Let's put this here. You're easily pleased. I am indeed. So I'm guessing that the troughs will be quite close to the building. Let's find some hay. Now, I'm not sure if they would be next to each other like this, but because it's right next to the farm, I think we might use these ones actually. No, we'll leave that. But as it's next to the farm house, so to speak, you would imagine that that would be very close to it anyway. Okay, let's grab a tree. Thinking we'll put a big tree just here in this corner. I'm thinking we'll put a few little trees actually inside here as well. Couple around the fences. I don't think that looks too bad actually. I think it's a pretty cool idea having the little farm bit across here. Nice little post office as well, or post box even. Let's get some horses in there as well. Oh, we can use one of these signs. Wild horses, company's horses, no ridden horses. Okay, so I'm guessing it'll be that sign, wouldn't it? few of these around. Hooray! Is that for using the sign Mac? It's actually quite a cool little sign. And it makes perfect sense. Right, let's give it a save. Only 100 left to use. Well, I still need to work out a way of using the Ford one, don't I? I know you're very keen for me to use that. And I imagine it'll probably be one of these sort of farm little areas where that Ford sign would be more appropriately used. So basically I want to fill this whole bit out with farm fields, this whole area. And in the process, let's see how many signs we can use of Mac Welshman's. Do need to get some vehicles actually to put in here. And the toad, is a toad crossing, is there? Oh, there is. Brilliant. That'd be quite a cool one to use. Not sure where we'd put that. We'll have to find make a little pond, I guess, wouldn't we? I guess the pond is the most appropriate place to have that sort of thing. Yeah, but I like this. The sort of horses field has certainly come along quite nicely. I might do a bit of detailing across this corner maybe for the grass. I'm not sure. What have we got that we can use? Some of the grass, I guess. The grass edge fillers. A bit of this around, perhaps. And remember guys, there is this new feature in the Move It where if things like this happen, you don't have to go on each one and lower it down. All you need to do now is highlight the whole thing, and then this one here is aligned to terrain height. Click that and it goes right down to the actual height of what you're putting things down to. So that's a useful tip that I've recently used quite often actually. It really does help. I almost think that this would have a few trees around it. Okay, I think that's pretty much done that bit. So the next bit is to do these big fields here. So I'm thinking here we can do some more animal type fields. So this has got a fence around here. I mean, would that fence be sufficient enough to keep horses in? I might actually put a hedge around there as well. Is that the same as Control H? Is that Control H and PO are you talking about, Master? I'll put a hedge around this. Add a bit of variance, couldn't we? In the Move It mod to level your stuff, Control H. I've never used Control H, but I'm not sure if that's a shortcut for it or not. It could be. I think that particular part is more when you've already done something and you want to sort it out after. Oh no, it's not Control H, it's this one. Control H is that. Control H is the one you're thinking is align height when you copy it against something, whereas this one is automatically used to do it. 4,500 population in my cities and the PC does not like it. Oh dear. That's not good. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Just gonna fill this bit out here as well. Just fill that bit out. That looks better. So we've got to think of this part, this next part. I might do more. Maybe I'll do farms. Maybe we could do a bit of both. We'll do some farms and we'll put some livestocky bits in as well. Yeah, you need a lot of RAM to play this game at the sort of detailing end of the way. Hello, I just woke up. Nice to see you streaming. Hello, welcome, welcome. Nice of you to pop by. We are farm creating today. So let's have a look. I'm going to have a quick look at Google Maps to see what we could work with here. So I found a nice area we can try and imitate. So I think we could even do a little house as well with like a sort of an expensive house in the middle of the field area. Let's have a look. School time. Okay, catch you later. Alright, let's get another song going. School run. Okay, catch you later, man. Okay. We could do some animals here, perhaps. Let's do that on the edge of this. What we could do. Can make a bank for this as well. Let me just try this out first. So let's go here. If we was to get that height, lower this down. I have 16 gig of RAM, my PC crashes sometimes. Yeah, it's one of those things. Sometimes the more RAM doesn't actually help the situation. You've got to get a bit lucky at times that it works as you want it to. Let's see if this is going to work. It might end up messing things up, but if it does, it should look quite good. It goes back into the water. Okay, so yeah, 32 gig will obviously help out. So I'm thinking we'll do some sort of like marshy land around this. Obviously we want to hide the whiteness. Of the cliffs. So we do this to start with. I have 50 mods and close to 1,000 assets. So that's not terrible, is it? It's not, you know, it's not a terrible amount of assets to have. I dread to think how many assets I've got in the Monaco build. Unfortunately, that build has got to a stage now where I'm too scared to remove assets in case it breaks the game. So that's kind of a bit of an issue with that at the moment, but for the sake of the series, it's, you know, it's better off doing what I was doing and leave it as it is. I play with 8 gig and 275 assets, and I need to be creative with what I have. I think that's the thing, isn't it? If you have a PC that's not quite as powerful as what you tend to need for this game, you just got to be clever in the assets you do pick. There's no wrong or right way of playing the game, but obviously if you want to play a very modded type of the game, you need to have either a very good selective amount of mods and assets to accommodate that, or you need to sort of front the money and get yourself a better computer spec. Right, so that's not too bad now. Just wanted to hide the white cliffs because it just doesn't look too realistic. I don't mind some of them in these corners, but I wanted to have some sort of marshy land around here. I think it'll be quite fun to build. So let's have a look. So we kind of want to have we got sort of like moss? Oh, tiny bits. I think almost like the grass bits will be probably best suited in here. Maybe these sort of bits. Just kind of up the banks a little bit here. It's just unstable with 16 gig of RAM. Yeah, it makes sense. And 100,000 people, yes, I can imagine. Let's see how well we can get this to blend in. I'm not sure if this is going to look any good, to be fair, guys. I'm just experimenting a little bit here, seeing what we can do. Some of these up on these banks as well. That's a bit too much, isn't it? Can't really use that. Although the meadow grass will actually be pretty cool to put in some bits. Maybe some rival decals. Don't know if they are too dark in colour. Yeah, we'll have a look at those. It's a good idea. Let's have a look. She's got these weeds as well. If you want the water more brown, yes, that's a good idea. Right, we've got the tough bits. This toughs up pretty good over this colour actually. We'll try the riverbed as well. We'll see what that looks like around the outskirts a little bit. Let's put a few more here and here and here. This is building up to the next farm bit, by the way, guys. I'm not going crazy and doing something completely different. By the way, I am Sasko on Discord. Thanks for posting the video. No worries, man. Hopefully it'll help you, because I'm not too familiar with how to lay out trains, but Bespiegelhausen is probably one of the best, and his knowledge on trains is pretty damn good. So I want to find something to be able to blend the two bits here together as well. Let's have a look. So the river decal. Have we got the river decal? We've got river bed. Here we go. Let's see what this looks like. It might be a little bit too much for us. If, for example, I was to put that there and then we lowered it down, how would that look? Do that and go to just decals. Could add a little bit there for a little bit of colour and variance, but a little bit too much is probably not going to work. Okay, right, so let's have a look. We've got, what's this? Decal for riverbed. Put a few more bits around here as well. So what I want to do next is get a decal that we can use across this. So we probably want to find the dirt decal, I would imagine, to then blend the two together. So we can kind of blend the riverbank across then. So we do something like this. Just we get a little bit across. I think that looks pretty good like that. Now, if we were to do this and then lower it down into the ground, can we almost get a transition between the two? Almost. I suppose to an extent we do, but we may get some strange flickering, so we may have to avoid that and just go with this, and then we can put a fence around it, put some fields around it, and we've got a reasonably looking sort of riverbank, which will have some farm fields around it as well then. Let's give it a save. Right. Okay. Hello Evo, welcome to the stream. Okay, so let's have a bit of a block on what we're doing next. I think if we start in this corner, I'm going to do a bit of a forest area here. Let's go and find the trees. So we want to have you start building British City. We are slowly doing that, Evo. We're just doing a bit of sort of practicing, I guess, at the moment. In terms of the build, we're just working on some farmland to see what's possible, what we can make look realistic. And then once the new update's landed, I will then spend a bit more time actually starting the series really. Okay. There could be a housing estate here, couldn't there, to bring away some of this area. I start to create a map and city like Pearl Harbor. Oh, nice. That sounds good. Is that going to be your new project then, to build that type of a build? Okay, so let's start off here by putting in fence. Now I'm thinking we use the metal fence to start with. So now could we make some sort of a ditch? I know a lot of people are saying that a lot of the farmlands have ditches. Let's try something here, because we have almost got a bit of a ditch already with the way the road is. But I'm going to try with the networky bits here. Let's go something like this. Let's move it here. I suppose that's going to be the issue when I'm doing a ditch with this. Could do something like that perhaps. There's a bit of a ditch down there. Let's try this. If we had the ditch there, which we can probably get as close to about there, then copy it and paste another one down. If we then had this ditch up against the other one, could we then raise this up and create more of an interesting shape? I think it kind of, yeah, it's not going to really work how I'm hoping it to do. See, that's got a bit of a ditch on it there. You are create map themes or download in workshop. This map theme for this project I had created for me. A combination of Mac Welshman's where's that going? That's like that. Yeah, it's a combination of Mac Welshman and Mr. Miyagi helped me with the map theme for this project. He did do a ditch, Mac Welshman. Yeah, I literally downloaded it before I started today's stream, so I haven't actually got it to hand. I'm not sure if it's gonna do what I want it to do anyway. We can have a look at it. Obviously not now because I'll have to redo the restart the game. Is it hard to create a theme? Mac Welshman, is it hard to create a theme? I had a look at it and got scared personally, but I never actually attempted it. But I imagine it probably is. If you've got to find textures for each aspect of the theme. I imagine unless you've got something ready there, yeah? I guess it does probably take a bit of time. Okay, so let's leave that for now. Let's go back to the fence. It's hard to make a good theme, says Jeff. I'm sure, yeah. So I'm thinking here we'll have some either cattle or sheep in this particular bit. I'm not an expert on themes, says Mac. Okay. Mac's just an expert at doing really complicated modelling. Yeah, Evo, if you're looking for a theme, I would just use someone else's workshop or use the theme mixer and find a combination of different themes and put them together. That's what I've done for this series. Sometimes it's easier that way, and sometimes you actually get better results, I think, personally. We'll do a few little patches of the thicker grass around here. And then we're going to find some of the shorter grass just to go over the other bits. If I use themes and make a video on YouTube, author of themes, don't hate me. How do you mean by if you make a theme for YouTube? If you're going to create a series and use their themes, just put a note in the description at the bottom saying you're using this person's themes. You know, it's probably the easiest way of doing it. What is this town called? It hasn't actually got a name yet. Once I get proper in the series, I'll probably ask some people for some ideas on some names. I mean, if you're talking about where it is in terms of the actual bit, the area I'm building, this is near a place called Norton and also Yarmouth. But I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the actual original names yet, or if we're going to have a bit of fun and name them ourselves. It's annoying how that snaps onto other bits at times. put some grass over here just to bring out this area. This could be a way to blend the two bits in actually, is the grass. Looks like rather expensive road for rural, doesn't it? Depends how you mean, really, because this is a main road. So it's, you know, this main road is as it would be. I've seen it many places. These are more sort of rural roads, with obviously the broken down concrete, etc. Yeah, the mains were side road. It's one of those things. I mean, the area I'm building on does actually look like this. It kind of fits the theme here, but there's going to be other areas where it's a bit more run down and more rural in that sense. So I see what you're saying, but for this part, I'm actually happy with how it's looking. It's not looking too far away from what I'm trying to achieve. Now, I'm not sure if perfecting the Osborne House clock at the moment. Oh, nice. Yarton on Sea. That's an interesting combination, that, isn't it? It's pretty cool. I like that. So I think we'll do that, and we're going to then steal some of these decals we've already put down just to add some textures to the area. But yeah, I like the idea of what you're getting at as well, Jeff, because there are going to be areas of this place where, you know, these roads won't be as common. There'll be a lot more of these sort of rows of grass and fences around them. Lower some of these bits down. I suppose we should really have a farmer's gate, shouldn't we? Right, what should we have in here, guys? We have a combination of some sheep, which don't look the best, to be fair. I think it might have to be cows. There's quite a lot of nice cows that I've found. Yeah, let's go for cows. Maybe that will do. Let's get a trough of water. Hey, K-Pen. Add little industry, add like little industries in the area, like a parlour for milking cows and goats. Places to shed the sheep. Yeah, that's a cool idea. Or to create hay bales. We've got some hay bales already, actually. Already found some hay bales. Well, I need to think where we can put the gate. Clay or seashells? I'm not too sure, to be fair. I'll give them both a go, Evo, and take some screenshots and see what you think looks better. Wow, rare to see a stream 2 days in a row. Cheers, Liam. Yeah, I've got a couple of weeks off before I start a new job, so I've kind of been making the advantage, or taking advantage, as the case may be, to work on this new project. Keep you boys entertained as best as I can. From engineering perspective, the cost for sunken roads, store water drain, main pipes is more than double the price of the same size rural roads with ditches. Okay, that's interesting. Farm gate. Okay, that looks alright. Do some sort of a dirt section here. And then maybe we can do this as well. And then lower this one down. Hey United Stated, how are you, mate? How are things? 2x2 concrete. Let's see if this will do what I want it to do. There we go. Something like that will probably be good enough. We can just add that on there to make it look a little bit more worn up. Like that. Doesn't look too bad. Got a little bit of space for a car to park as well with the gate there. And I think what we'll have to do then is we're going to have to pick up one of these and put this here as well. And then just to add to the realism of that area is going to be used a lot more than any other on the field, because this is where the farmer's going to come in and out to sort things out. Let's keep that there. Just giving me an idea here, how about some erasing sidewalks on one of the side of the road? Maybe would feel more rural. When you say erasing sidewalks on one side of that road, what do you mean? As in like a sidewalk going across just above the path? I was thinking about doing some sort of walkway paths, like bridle paths, I think they're classed as, along the outskirts of here, where people can go and walk their dogs and sort of walk around the river. That's kind of the idea I've got coming up. Just got to work out what we're going to use for that. Good, finally off from work. Oh, nice. I'm glad you've had a chance to pop by the stream as well. So I'm going to do some trees up here as well. Surface paint arrays, I mean. Get the grass right up to the curb. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah. You can't delete the concrete. You can use this grass. You mean like this, don't you? That's actually a really good idea. Thanks for that, Jeff. That's a good idea. I like that. You can't, even if we just had a path on one side. Yeah, well done, Jeff. That's a really good idea. Thank you. I want it to be on one side, but I'm happy to leave it off of the other side, because that actually does look much more realistic. Yes, I'm glad they just said that. That's a technique I should probably use more often, actually, with this new build, this new series. Cheers, Jeff. Looks so much better, that does. Rural power lines. Oh, that's an interesting thing to be putting across here. I don't think I've got any that suit, but we've got obviously the standard ones. But yeah, power lines going across actually would be quite a realistic thing to have. Now, is this classed as a UK one? Could be. Welcome, call me DX. Oh, is it you? Oh, nice. Didn't realise that was you, Jeff. Appreciate that. I thought that a good idea would come from a great creator like yourself. Okay, so let's save it. Rick did some telephone poles. Oh, nice. We'll check those out. Unless I've already got them. Let's have a quick check. Let's give it a save first. And then we'll search for telephone poles. Yeah, that's true, K-Pen. There would be power lines like that, but probably not so big. Telephone. Oh, here we go. Telephone grow up pole with wire. Now that, would we expect to see this going across fields? I suppose it could, couldn't it? You should have a carbo hub for farming only, then you can have one for the city for other carbo hub. Yes, that's good. Good idea. We could throw a telegraph pole bit around here, couldn't we? Maybe we'll leave that for a bit later on, but yes, thanks for that, Mac. Thanks for pointing that out. I didn't realise that. Right, guys, just going to grab a quick drink, and then we'll come back to doing this. So, back in 1 second, guys.
So
Right, I'm back. If the farmer's horses, it will have a bridle way. That's right, yes. I'm good. That's what we're going to do next. We're going to add some sort of bridle way around here. But what do we use? That's the question. What can we use? I know what we'll use eventually, but I can't use that at the moment. One thing is to do a little pathway going along here as well. How much longer do you expect to stream for? Probably only another half an hour or so. It's coming up to dog walking time. So yeah, probably half an hour. What kind of dog do you have? I have a cross between a Cocker Spaniel and a Pomeranian. It's classed as a Cockeranian, believe it or not. If he comes in the room again, I'll show you on cam. See if it still works. Bailey, see if we can get him in there. Bailey. Let me see if I can go and get him. 1 second, guys. That is true. Right. He's appeared. There he is. This is Bailey. Hello. What are you doing? What are you doing? He's 10 months. Cockeranian. Sit. Good boy. Paw. Good boy. Down. Good boy. Sit. Yes. And spin. Good boy. Let's see, he's a pretty clever dog. Good old boy. But no, he's not a pug, unfortunately. In my opinion, he's a much more attractive dog than a pug. But I do love pugs as well. Good boy. That's your fame done for today. So yeah, he's a little bit of a rascal, but hey, he's a good old boy. Nice and sweet dog. Cheers, Mads. Been looking at a lap pup, but bloody they're expensive now. Oh, lab, sorry if we said lap. Yeah, dogs are expensive. Bailey wasn't cheap either, but he was worth the money. I've only had him since he's been 6 months, so Yeah, not had him for a huge amount of time. Now what I'm thinking is, can we basically put grass all the way up against the side of this gravel? He's awesome. Cheers, Jeff. Nice of you guys to say so. So yeah, he's the reason why I've not been doing as many videos. Hopefully that doesn't make you hate him. But obviously when I first got him, he needed to be adjusted to life with me, away from his previous owners. How much are labs nowadays then? Are you thinking about getting a puppy lab? So we can do that. Alright, let's try and get this over here. Let's bend this bit around a bit. Hey Brian DH. So what I'm going to do here actually is we're going to actually change the direction of this path. This is almost going to be like, it's going to help us build up the farms now. So this is going to be like a little bridle path, as we were discussing. So then if we go, we can do this a bit quicker now. We can go to trees, basically copy that whole line. We could put some bushes around this as well, but it's just to sort of build up the whole sort of look of it. Yeah, I had 2 labs. One passed away in November, and my 11-year-old black lab is a bit lonely, so I was thinking of getting the pup, but saying that last week he was very poorly with an infection, so I don't know. Oh, that's sad to hear. That's a shame, yeah. Well, at least he's obviously, you know, he's had a long life. 11 years is obviously not a bad life span to have for a lab. And I'm sure you've given him the best life the best life he could have had. So that's one thing to be proud of. But yeah, obviously that's something I've not had to deal with just yet. But unfortunately, as much as we love dogs, they won't always be there, and we're more than likely going to outlast our pets. But like I said, as long as you are there for it and you do everything you need to do for it, and you know, dog typically becomes your best friend, as the story goes. So I'm sure he'll be happy with that. Right, okay. He's been spoiled. Well, that's good to hear. It's always sad to hear when people you know, horrible to animals. It's like, well, why would you even think of doing that? You know, how can you even class yourself as a human being if you're gonna, you know, disown or hurt animals, which can't do anything? You know, they're helpless in that sense. It's just bizarre. Do you have the new DLC campus? Yes, I've got campus running here. This is the campus update. So we've got all the extra bits in here, university campus and all that sort of stuff. But I'm not going to play it myself on stream because I have not looked into it at all. I've got no idea what the new features do other than what I've seen on other people's videos. So this is the new version, so I am running the updated version. This is the version that you guys are all going to get tomorrow. I've also got the DLC, so I've got the extra bits and bobs in there as well. But if you want to keep yourself up to date and understand what's going on with the new update, check out the official City Skylines YouTube channel. They've pretty much got videos. They've had videos for the last 2 weeks, I think, every single day, outlining what's changed, what's new, people playing the game on camera. So have a check of that out. Sad thing is 99% don't go naturally, so it was hard November when Sasha was poorly. Hate animal cruelty, I've not back. Yeah, that's very true, yeah. See, I'm not an angry or malicious person, but if I ever saw someone hurting an animal or doing something to an animal, that would be the only time that I would probably think about making some sort of action against it. I know you're not meant to in this day and age, but I can't help it when it's a helpless animal that, you know, can't help what's happened to him, or, you know, it's hard to let that sort of stuff slide. So I think we're going to do a big hedge around this side. So we've got the grass down. Let's put some hedge around it like we have been doing already. What's this? We've got the large one here. Same. I'm glad I'm not the only one. So we've got this one. That's happened here US a lot when people leave dogs or cats on the street. Yeah, I've heard that quite a lot. Looking forward to see how brilliant you create Yarmouth Harbour and the ferries. Cheers, David. It's going to be an interesting challenge, that. I did actually have a look at the other day at the Google Maps to see what it looks like, and I think that's going to be quite a fun thing to be building. Okay, so let's get some of these bits in. So I want it to just overlap what we've already done. Had a whole incident of cruelty near mine, a few miles towards Sunderland. Someone filled 2 horses and moved their heads. That's disgusting, yeah. Makes you wonder how people can even consider doing ridiculous things like that. It's just it's just inhumane, isn't it? It's not a human thing to be doing. It's ridiculous and just crazy. These sort of people are the sort of people that should be locked up for life. That's what they're going to do to an animal. What they're going to do to a human if they get the chance. Any luck with the coastal paths yet? Not yet, Mac. Apparently, when I was speaking to people involved in the updates, they said to wait until the update is officially out and then to see if it works then. Failing that, the script I mentioned to you before could be the way it gets resolved. It's almost like games seeing the coastal paths as missing a DLC, and it won't allow it to load. That's what my understanding is of it. So they said to not do anything until the update is officially out, because there's going to be another patch that's going to be made between now and then, which obviously this patch I'm using now doesn't have. It looks like they have public transport service 2 in the game where you can customize line. Yes, that's true, Mads. What goes through their minds? Yeah, exactly. And if it's one of those things, isn't it? If you're killing an animal, you're still killing a human. Well, surely you're killing a living creature. It's the same with the people who are unfortunate enough to run over animals as well. You know, the people who do it and just drive on. I don't understand that. Like, if you've done that, you've basically knocked over someone's child in a sense. You know, pets, animals do become as close to that as anything really. Let's add a few more down here as well. You see how much this makes a difference now as well of this area. Just by doing that, we've now created something that looks like what it should do. You should check out Prez's YouTube channel. He has a hard video with episode. Oh, I follow Prez. I speak to him. He's a very good YouTuber, very good creator. I'd rather crash the car than hit a hedgehog or something. That's true. But a hedgehog isn't a pet, is it? It's a wild animal. Obviously, it's not very nice to do that. You've still killed something, but obviously you'd swerve to avoid a dog or a cat. So if it's, you know, obviously if it's going to risk your life, you're not going to do that. You know, your body wouldn't let you technically do that. But you know, if you have the ability to avoid an incident with a pet animal, you would. And also, it's kind of like, you know, your brain naturally does it anyway. Looks good. Cheers. It's getting there slowly, isn't it? It's nice building this sort of thing, and you know, not putting houses down. Like it just, you know, just looking at it now, despite us not actually doing a lot, it's interesting. So I think we'll do some more field lands across here. I can understand vegans now, yeah. Yeah, most people wouldn't actually turn to avoid hitting another living being, whether it's a human or an animal. Even if you hate animals, and if an animal ran in front of you, you're probably more likely to still turn to avoid it because it's just natural instincts. Yeah, go meat free. I enjoy meat, but you know, it's just the way some people look at it differently to others. Okay, so let's think what we can do here. I want to find some larger sort of bushes as well to fit in with this. It's probably using that one. We've got some shrubs as well, so that's the thing we can sort of add in places as well as these shrubs. Go veggie. I haven't eaten meat since 1988. Oh really, Mac? That's a big commitment, that is. To be fair, I think what was I going to say? Vegetarian food is actually a lot nicer than perhaps people imagine it to be tasting. Bailey, stop it. That's true, Master. And wild bushes. I don't think anyone has done on a workshop stinging nettles. And if you're a UK resident, you'll understand that there's a hell of a lot of stinging nettles around in these sort of areas. You should have tried it in the late 80s, in the sense that it wasn't very nice, Mac. Or I once went to McDonald's and only got a bag of carrots. That's interesting. Didn't know McDonald's done carrots. I don't tend to go McDonald's so much these days. Leafy bush. What's this look like? See, that's quite a nice one. That's actually what I'm looking for. Just wanted to add a bit of height in certain areas. Otherwise it looks a little bit plain. If it was UK, there would be sticky weeds everywhere. That's true. Actually, we should probably leave that path bit there. What do you want, Bailey? I didn't realise this is a different colour. Bluebells in woods, yes. What do you want? Do you want some attention, do you, Bailey? What's the matter? Where's your toys? Where are your toys? You've got another 20 minutes till you go for your walk. It's funny how dogs almost tell the time. Oh, whenever it comes to about this sort of time, he jumps up as if to say, hey, look, where's my walk? Where's your walk? So I could actually colour him. You can't sit up here the whole time. We'll go out soon. UK is neglected and somewhat in the workshop. I think, yeah, I mean, we're lucky we've got Mac Welshman and Rick 4000 and Sparks, because to be fair, if you look at the creators on the workshop, they are definitely, in my opinion, in the top 10 creators for the game. So despite us not having many creators creating UK stuff, we still have, in my opinion, 2-3 of the better creators in the game. So at least we know when we get our UK buildings, our UK shops, our roads, that they're going to be very high quality assets. But yeah, you're right, we don't have a lot of creators doing UK stuff, do we? But at least we know we've got some of the best, which is all good. You're embarrassing me. In a good way, is that, Mac, or have I ruined my chance of you finishing the Osborne house now? So we can actually use some other colours here for the grass. Right, Bailey, you're kind of stopping me playing the game here, mate. You can't start biting my finger either. I know you're hungry, but it's not time for your food yet. Or are you teething still? Do your teeth hurt? You gonna get down so I can finish this? Is this on Twitch? Yeah, it's on Twitch as well. It's just where Mac Welshman's replying. I streamed to both because I started streaming originally on Twitch, like a year ago or whatever it was, and then obviously YouTube is where a lot of my viewers are. So I thought I'd do both variants, and yeah. Can I attach an image? I think so. Try it. If not, post it in the Discord and I'll show it on stream. Master of Disaster in the house. Yeah, Mac, try and post a link. It might work. I don't know what my settings are for Twitch. On Twitch stream now. Cheers, guys. If you're on the Twitch stream and you haven't followed, hit that follow button, boys. Oh, there we go. Cheers for that, Caland. Or Master of Disaster. Can't see a way. I think you've got to post a link actually, Mac. Or if it's easier, just post it in the Discord and I'll show it on screen that way. Calland is my surname. Oh, okay, makes sense, makes sense. But yeah, Mac, if it don't work, if you can't attach stuff, it's either, I think you've got to send a link to that attachment. Or, like I say, if it's easy for you, just post the file on Discord. Right. Hello, Hey Train. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Right, we're going to probably only be able to stream for another like 10 minutes or so, guys, because this is the issue I have at the moment. So if you look on the camera, he's kind of getting up on the chair and trying to, yeah, invade me. What are you doing, little one? Little puppy. Are you feeling left out because I'm playing City Skylines? Is that what it is? Now on Discord Whip, let me have a look. Oh, nice. That looks really good. Let me see if I can get it on stream. If I go copy that and okay, guys, so this is what Mac Welshman is currently building. So if I click on that, there we go. So this is the clock face that he's just created. How amazing is this? Likewise, Gamer, thanks for the follow as well. Someone wants attention, I know David. He is a massive pain when he wants attention because he will not give up until he gets it. And because this is his time, you know, half 4 is normally when we get ready to go for a walk and all that. He is being rather attention seeking, but anyway, yeah, on screen, look at that. How amazing is that? Let me see if I can find some other screenshots that Mac's done for us, because boy, does this building look good. Got this one as well. Hey Steve. So we also have this one. And this is a model, by the way, guys. This is what Mac's been building for the series. Well, you know, I'm kind of claiming it for the series. It's part of the Isle of Wight buildings, but how amazing is this? Osborne House, that's it. That's how good it is. You can tell straight away what it is. It's really, really sensational. Probably is going to be one of the best assets on the workshop yet again, alongside his casinos. What's this? This is Osborne House, which is a part of the Isle of Wight, which is the map I'm building. So I'm really excited for when this is completed and we can place it down. Mac, what's your thoughts on the other aspects outside of the building? Are you pretty much just going to concentrate on the building? Because I think there's like a fountain as well, is there, nearby? Obviously, I'm looking forward to detailing it in any way possible, but I wondered if you was going to do any of the outside as well, or just purely stick to the building. But yeah, guys, I think we're probably going to have to end it there, to be fair, because this little pup of mine will not stop trying to give him attention. So let's see what Max says before we go. I want to see if I can make Duran Cathedral. Wonder what impact on frame section that will have. Is it so detailed? Well, that's the thing, isn't it, guys? In terms of, you know, what you're doing, it all depends on what you get away with. I plan on creating a pack containing the main house, the outer building, the steps and garden architecture. Oh wow. Have you started on the garden architecture, or is that going to be after the main building's done? I assume you're probably going to be concentrating on the main building first, aren't you? I'm currently building Manhattan. I've nailed the traffic, but I'm not sure it's a good thing with all the emergency services and garbage complaints. Yeah, I know what you mean. Thanks for the stream. Cheers, man. Cheers, David. What I'm going to do as well, guys, as a few of you now are in the not Discord. Well, you're in the Discord. But let me just do this. So let me just put the dog down, just like real life. Mental Mac. What are you using, Blender? Oh, I love it when Mac replies like that. Yeah. So if you want to keep up to date on the amazing work from Mac as well, and also what's going on in the channel, you can use this link to jump into my Discord, which is that link there. That's the Discord link, guys. So yeah, you can keep up to date with anything that's happening in the channel. People always post their pictures and videos up and everything like that, so more than happy to see what you're working on, what you're building. And as a few of you are in the Twitch, I'm going to try and do a raid. Never done one before. Is there anyone playing City Skylines that we can raid? And don't go yet, guys. Otherwise I'll be raiding with one person. So let's have a quick check. Blender. Is Blender an easy one to use then, Mac? Is there other ones out there, but I'm assuming Blender is that the free one? I think I did download it once and then gave up on the idea. Let's see, who can we host? Well, I know Leader of the Monkeys has hosted me before, so let's give her a host. So let's see, how do you raid? I'm guessing you do that. Okay guys, before you all go, I'm going to do a raid over to Leader of the Monkeys. Open source but top notch, very complicated. Okay, well I will not be trying that out anytime soon then. But yeah guys, thank you all for joining today. Check out the Discord. I'm going to go and try and wear out this dog, take him on a walk, and yeah, I'll post up some links later. Thanks for watching guys. Catch you later. All the best.